Welcome back to Dinner and the Show. Tonight we're having nachos. Hey y'all, welcome back. Get on in here, get on in here, get on in here. Y'all, we got a lot of talking to do about this love and marriage Huntsville. Oh my God, what is going on in Huntsville? Is something wrong with the water? Seems like everybody done lost it. I don't know. But I tell you, it's a whole lot of mess we need to get into. So we need to say grace, and we're going to go ahead on and get into it. Gracious Lord, I truly thank you for this food I'm about to receive to nourish my body and to feed my soul for Christ's sake. Amen. What's going on in Huntsville? You know, I didn't review, episode 5. I had plans on it. Had my notes together and do it. Things just didn't work out for me. So I'm like, okay, I'll just couple 5 and 6. So within those, week, 2 weeks? Well, I guess it was a week time span. Y'all, it's been more going on off camera than on camera. I'm going to try my best. But first, let me apologize that I hadn't been doing well. But it's been a lot to digest. It's a lot. So, let me just go over the menu. I just got some simple nachos. We got sour cream. We got some spicy sauce. And I also got a couple jalapenos. I want to kick things up a notch. And we're going to get into it. Where do we start? If we go back to episode 5, it wasn't a whole lot going on, but let's talk about that skating rink party. And we talking about folks and what's going on down there in Huntsville. Y'all know what? Martell showed his behind. He showed his entire butt at that party. Talking about he wanted to spend time with his daughter. Y'all, I don't believe that. And you know why I don't believe it? Because he showed up empty-handed. Now, if you knew you weren't invited and you going to show up empty-handed, no, you won't come in there. You didn't come in peace, bro. You didn't. And you want to know what I think? I got a theory on it. I think he showed up there because rumor has it that Mel got a man. And I think that he feels though she didn't invite him there because maybe her man was going to be there. So what old Marty Moore want to do? He going to pop up and bust things up. When that wasn't even the case. And therefore, now here you was getting into it with all these women. And it looked like that's your track record. You like to go at the women. You don't see you do that with the men. But yeah, you want to get on women to run for their money. But tell me, you supposed to be going to celebrate your daughter's birthday and you show up empty-handed. That was a ploy to get you through the door. And after you bust your way through the door and saw it wasn't nothing, then he left, right? Look at that. He was satisfied then, knowing she didn't have a man there. I wish she kind of did. Because it's about time for an old boy to be chick, you know? So, he done had a little shouting match. And then, okay, you did all that to interrupt the party. When Mariah called you saying, are you coming to get me? No, I'm coming to get you Monday. After you done did all of that, you done showed your entire ass. Just to say, oh, baby, I'm going to come get you Monday. After you done made this scene about spending time with your child. And then what? Kiki and Tisha, they the same old. Talking about they done had their coming to Jesus and how Kiki was surprised that Tisha showed up. Well, I didn't think that you would be invited. Almost like she was trying to start some mess. But I'm going to digress and move on from that too. Because I really wasn't interested in them too. I think the big scene was with Martell. But y'all, the real mess came in episode 6. I can't tell you how it came in or what it left off with because it ended with a bang. Okay, so y'all, Mel has a tea party, which I think was an excellent idea. She getting the ladies together, got someone teaching them etiquette. How to respectfully communicate effectively and respectfully. Right idea, she had the wrong crowd. Did you see how Stormy and Kiki just sat there, kept making noises or going against whatever the woman was saying? And Stormy problem, she don't know how to take constructive criticism. She don't hear nothing nobody has to say. Then Stormy talking about, I like to cuss a lot. Is that anything to say for a grown woman? To say, a business owner. Y'all, we got to talk about Stormy too. Oh my goodness. But anyway, I'm gonna finish up tea party, then I'm gonna go into all my theories, honey. Okay. When the woman trying to tell her, you know, like when folks got to cuss, that mean they lacks vocabulary. Ow. Did Miss Carol not get her all the way together? I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. But of course, Stormy being Stormy, no, I don't agree with that. And then you got Kiki, Why is Kiki amen and everything Stormy say? That's going to be an interesting dynamic. I want to see how that play out. Have y'all noticed Kiki will go at everybody except Stormy? She ain't challenged Stormy. I think she's trying to get a hold of Tiffany because she feel like Tiffany is a weak link. And I don't think she understand or even appreciate that Tiffany can hold her own. Tiffany messy, we all know it. Tiffany good and messy. But she can hold her own. Come on. Gonna make the comment, I went on a crusade to help you find your dad. I always knew who my daddy was. That was low. That was below the belt. And that was unnecessary. That's going to come back and bite her in the butt. I like the way Kimmy called her out, saying that was a dig. We all knew it was a dig. She knew it was a dig too. But she trying to play crazy. Too many witnesses, baby. Too many witnesses. I didn't like the way Stormy talked to Miss Nell. Who was her to tell her to butt out of some conversation? She was just mad because Miss Nell was actually communicating the way they was being brought there to teach or to expose them to, so to speak. I'm saying expose, not teach. But to show them you can but to show them that you can communicate effectively and respectfully. You ain't got to cuss every other word. You ain't got to cuss nobody out. Okay, I got to talk about this. Y'all, did y'all hear what she done cussed out a blogger who came to her warehouse? Y'all, that was so rude, mean, disrespectful. Yeah, I get it. She came to your place of business and you don't do business out of the warehouse. But there was so many different ways you could have handled that. Cussing this woman out, talking about beating her MFA and all this other stuff. That wasn't cool. You know what? There would be no way I can support a business like that. That show you don't care about your customers. You don't care about people. And I'm thinking your mama old enough to have taught you need to respect elderly people. And I'll be the first one to tell you, that don't mean that elderly people aren't messy or nosy or whatever. It's just a respectful way, hence etiquette. You could have handled that situation. She didn't even have to come to the door. Her husband was at the door. Why not let him handle it? Handle them two old ladies. Y'all, that's crazy. And the thing of it, since that done went down with her cussing that woman out the way it was, everybody been dragging her. And I get it. Because I would never support Canvas Beauty. People are breaking down her stuff. Do you hear me? I didn't know that this woman had a 1-point-something rating with the Better Business Bureau. I sat my butt down and went to the Better Business Bureau and looked. And sure enough, she got that bucket rate. I hate that the rating is so low. You know, especially if she got a good product, you don't want to see nobody do bad. But then you can understand. I started reading the responses. You know, you're reading what the problem is. And none of them really complained about the product itself. It's just more about the processing time, the shipping time, the time that they get it. I'm talking about it's like months. I mean, I've ordered from China and got it faster than what they was getting stuff here in the couple states over. You know what I'm saying? But this is what got me. This is probably what took me out or really just left me a bad taste in my mouth with Stormy. You know, like when you text, you know, a person can tell your tone or you know how the text is going, like how if they moving their neck or if they got an attitude or the tone of the text. That's how it was with these responses. The business responses, you can tell, were from Stormy. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the way that it was worded, even though she didn't cuss, it was almost hostile. Like, I'm just going to give you an example of one review where she said it took forever and the seal, the tamper-proof seal or whatever was broken and she wanted a refund. Now, Jock said, I feel like this was Stormy as the business response, saying we're not required to place seals on our products and the product was still good and that's why we refused to issue a refund. That, to me, that felt like Stormy. They had Stormy emotion all over it. But then Earl responded back to the business response saying and stating law numbers in articles of the law that says that if you got a tamper-resistant seal, you should expect your product not to be tampered with. So if that seal is broken, it's likely that it may or may not been tampered with, but it's a possibility. It shouldn't have been tampered with. Would you use something and your tamper-proof seal was broken? Most people wouldn't, because we don't know what done transpired or what done happened. It may have been tampered with. It may not have been. But I don't think that was the right response. However, they still continue to go back and forth. The customer continued to respond to Stormy where she's like, just give me back my money. I just want my money back. Until Stormy had to ultimately say, well, I have provided a box for you to return the product. And when we receive the products, we'll consider issuing a refund. And I'm sitting here saying to myself, and if you see the dates on that stuff, like, why? Girl, you need to be about your coins. You ain't finna drum up no business with that type of hostility, even through text, even through written communication. But then again, I guess that's just her. Just like I said, even at the tea party where they trying to show, teach you some etiquette, how to deal with people, how to deal with situations where you don't have to feel like you're back up against a wall and you got to come out cussing. You can handle things as a rational adult. I just don't see it. I don't see Candy's beauty brand being around too much longer. Just like I said, I know I could never support it. And if somebody do support it, even after all of this, they got to be related to them. I'm just joking. I don't know. It's a tough pill to swallow. That's what I'm going to say. It's tough. But y'all, let's get back to this tea party, honey. Child, tell me why I was a new face at the table. Nobody knew but Tisha. Tisha brought a +1. Mel allowed everybody to bring a +1. Why, out of all the people Tisha know, you go pick someone who's associated with Ariana one way or another? Tell me that ain't messy. It is messy. But hold on, it gets better. It gets better. Now, the girl who we now know as Carson Blue, she's responding. Because she says people are attacking her. They're threatening her and all this other good stuff. So she's coming on to be clear. She wants to clear things up, so to speak. She did acknowledge that she had communications with AC Coleslaw. But she was saying it was only about a 2-month relationship that they talked. It wasn't up until she confided in her and told her something that really disgusted her and she didn't want to befriend her. She cut all communications with her. Okay. In the beginning, you say that Coleslaw told you that she was involved in a scandal. And, and you said you weren't concerned because you didn't know the people, blah, 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 blah. Well, tell me why after you get wind of the scandal and she told you what her role being the mistress, she told you she was a mistress. I couldn't have went no further with her. I'm not bringing that energy in my space. I'm not bringing that around my family. I'm not bringing that trash to my door. You got this woman telling you she is sleeping with a married man because she called him her boyfriend. Someone who don't have no type of respect for the sanctity of marriage. Carson is married. Why would you even want to entertain her? You think she care about your marriage? She don't care about nobody's marriage. AC/Coleslaw, her legacy comes from being side chicks. That's where she come from. That's all she really know. And I think that's kind of sad too. Because I'm going to think you would want to break the cycle at some point. But now she's carrying the torch. It's been passed on. But I just got a lot of questions. I'm just not feeling or digging Carson. And the sad part about it, Carson may have had the purest of intentions, but those who are around her don't. I honestly and genuinely feel like Marceau and Tisha, they're using her to try to get at Mel. And it's sad the lengths that they want to go through to try to get at Mel. From way Carson explains it, she met Marceau first. And he invited her back to meet Tisha, to say, my wife needs somebody to do her hair. And then when you meet her again, you tell her, yeah, I know coleslaw, and I just want to be honest with you, and blah, 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 blah. And the only thing Tisha had to say was, don't give it no energy. Y'all, you telling Tisha this, you ain't telling nobody else this. You want to say the hairstylist know all the secrets, know all the missions, whatever. It seems like Tisha know all your secrets, but you don't know any of hers. So who's doing who hair? Is Tisha doing your hair? Is that how you getting the secrets out? Seems like you doing a lot more talking than she is. And y'all, she done did a live, pulling up receipts. I can't. Just like she's saying it could have been Ariane with a fake page. She could have a fake page too. Who knows? To me, the whole situation, the whole setup is weird. The whole situation is weird. Out of all the people Tisha know, this is the one person you choose to bring to this woman's tea party. Not to mention, Marceau had invited her and her husband to Martell's event. Y'all, they want something to pop off. They want something to happen. Marceau and Tisha, don't you know that ditch you did is going to be for y'all too? And I don't see why they don't get it. It is so sad that they are so gung-ho on trying to, one, get at Melody. It's even like now they trying to take over the comeback group. They want to repurpose it. Kimmy hit it dead on the head. They want folks to come work for free. Melody wouldn't do it. If Kimmy and Maurice, that's fine. But you can't expect nobody to want to work for you for free, utilize their resources for you, and get nothing in return. And we ain't even friends. They ain't even friends. Tisha said, I don't like her. She has a dark soul. But you need her. Y'all, I'm telling you, the whole situation is weird. It's really weird. And not to mention, y'all want to repurpose the comeback group. Isn't that the initiative that Mel utilized or structured or presented to Carlos at OWN to get all of y'all on the show? So that means if she hadn't done that, y'all, look, there would be no Love and Marriage Huntsville. But yet y'all still want to come at, y'all want to take her down. Well, rumor has it that this might be her last season. And she need to go. She need to go. I don't blame her. Go. You don't need all this mess. Not when they keep playing in your face, Mel. Go ahead on. And y'all, when I say playing in the face, tell me why everybody got petitions to be fired. From Martell to Tisha to Carlos, they even got one for Mel to be fired. And that's what I say, put the whole show in the garbage. Put the whole show in the garbage. To me, it's just sad what people will do to get on TV or to try to get some type of clout or some type of fame. And just to be honest with you, like how they got a Marceau and Letitia Scott Foundation trying to raise $150,000. Y'all go check their Instagram pages and see how much they've raised. Collectively, $200. That's it. From 3 people. Where your friends? Did Kimmy and Maurice give you anything? Did any of your business partners, did Gino give you a donation? Y'all don't have nobody who trusts y'all. Y'all not trustworthy. Did Carlos King donate? You get what I'm saying? Y'all not getting the bigger picture here. Y'all doing all this dirty, underhanded stuff. Ain't nobody cool with that. Ain't nobody cool with that. Did Destiny donate? Have Canvas Beauty donate? That should be a big one. You know, they're a multi-million-dollar company. Well, that's what I don't know. And they say that Stormy got lawsuits on her for Canvas Beauty. So they saying be on the lookout because she may be changing the name or rebranding or something. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, it is so much drama going on in them Huntsville streets. I don't know. They got too much time on their hand or something that they actually sit around and indulge in all this mess, because it's a whole lot of mess. When I say it's a whole lot of mess, it is a ton of mess. Okay. And a part of the mess is now Carson, the stripper turned hairstylist, now decides to divulge the information of why she and Ariane fell out. It's because she asked Carson some advice about what should she do. Her boyfriend want her to do this, and she don't want to do it. What do you think? And she's like, that's disgusting. You should never, blah, 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 blah. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, okay, but y'all weren't friends. Who would confide in a stranger, somebody you know less than 2 months? That talk about random. Talk about random. I'm just not getting it. Something, just like I said, something not adding up with Carson's story. We're not getting the whole truth here. I feel like Tisha and Marceau, they trying to set her up. They want her to do the heavy lifting. And we know that's Marceau's M.O. Just like when they had the slutty vegan truck and he was talking to Kim and Maurice, he said, we want to use y'all. He wasn't lying. He wasn't lying at all. He was telling the truth. Y'all, it's hard to watch. Because it's sad that they're going through this or they're doing this stuff. And they grown people. These not high schoolers. These are parents. And this is what they're doing. Going around town talking about somebody, trying to get at somebody. It's horrible. It's horrible. I don't know what to say. Something going on in Huntsville. Something in the water. Seems like a lot of stuff they're doing is for show. Unnecessary. I'm trying to hurt somebody. Oh, I forgot about Miss Betty. She's going to try to get Melody together. But did you see how Melody handled her? She apologized if I did a tweet that offended you. That woman couldn't say nothing else. She didn't get what she wanted, nor what she was looking for. They can't handle grace. Well, y'all know it's probably a whole lot I've missed from the show. But I think I kind of brought you up to speed with what's going on behind the camera. It's a mess. It's a mess. I don't think I want to watch anymore. And then to think that, and now he's coming up with a Love and Marriage Detroit. I'm sure not interested. I can't take it. It's too much. And it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary for what people do for numbers, for ratings, for clout, for fame, for money. Selling your soul. Yeah, Mel, get out. And let them have it. Petition's going around for everybody to be fired anyway. Well, y'all, I'm going to finish eating. I want to say thank y'all. I apologize for it being so long. But thank y'all for having dinner with me and letting me vent. Because I really didn't recap it the way I should have. I think I did more venting. I feel better now. Well, if you're new to my page, I say welcome. Glad to have you. Come stop by anytime. Pull up to the table, grab you something to eat, and let's talk for a while. If you return, I say thank you for the support. In the meantime, don't forget to leave a comment so we can talk about this. Because it's possibly I'm wrong and not seeing things clearly. But make sure you like this video. Make sure you share it. And we could talk again next week, hopefully. Hope things get better. Y'all be good.